Okay, let's see which one shall we do. Oh, I like this one. Do you like chickens? Do you like to eat chickens? Do you like chicken stew? Do you cook? Oh, that's good. Well, I have the Wolf's chicken stew today. Look at him. He's got this hat on for he's the cook. And there's Mama Hen. She's coming to ask him some questions about chicken stew. He sounds delicious. If you're hungry for chicken stew, it'd be a good thing to have for dinner. Let's see. Here he is. There once lived a wolf who loved to eat more than anything else in the world. As soon as he finished one meal, he began to think of the next meal. He just loved to have food all the time, especially chicken stew. One day, the wolf got a terrible craving for chicken stew. All day long, he walked across the forest in search of a delicious chicken. Finally, he spotted one. She is just the person for my stew, he thought. He was hiding behind the tree and he saw her coming along and he thought she was the best chicken for chicken stew. Wow. The wolf crept closer, but as soon as he was about to grab his prey, look, he's almost on top of her, ready to grab her. Wow. He had another idea. If there were just some way to fatten this little bird a little more, he thought, there would be all the more stew for me. So, the wolf ran home to his kitchen and he began to cook. Look at all the things he had in his kitchen. All things in these jars, in his pan, he's stirring something good and he's even tasting some of it too. Wow, that's good. Let's see. Look what he's carrying on his plate. First he made 100 scrumptious pancakes. Then late at night he left them on the chicken's porch. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. That looks good. Would you like to eat all those pancakes? I bet you would. The next night he brought 100 scrumptious donuts. He carried that over. Look at all the donuts he got on his plate. 100 of them. Wow. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. That looks delicious. And on the next night, he brought a scrumptious cake weighing 100 pounds. That looks like a good cake. Would you like a cake like that? Oh. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. Yum. At last he was ready. This was night he had been waiting for. He put a large stew pot on the fire and set out joyfully to find his dinner. Oh, that's kind of a good idea. That chicken must be as fat as a balloon by now, he thought. Let's see. But just as he peeked into the chicken's house, the door opened suddenly and the chicken screeched, "Oh, it was you, Mr. Wolf." Oh my goodness. I wonder why she said that. Oh. Children, look. The pancakes and the donuts and that scrumptious cake, they weren't from Santa Claus. All these presents were for Uncle Wolf. That looks good. It's from Uncle Wolf. Let's see. Wow. The baby chicks jumped all over the wolf and gave him 100 kisses. Oh, thank you, Uncle Wolf. You're the best cook in the whole world. And look at all the chicks saying thank you, Uncle Wolf, for all the good things he brought them to eat. It looks delicious. And the little chicks are so happy to have it too. Uncle Wolf didn't have chicken stew that night, but Mrs. Chicken fixed him a nice dinner anyway. Oh, Chucks, he thought as he walked with them. Maybe tomorrow I'll bake the little critters 100 scrumptious cookies. Ooh, that sounds like a good idea too. Let's see. And there are all the little chicks. And it looks like there might be lots of cookies in that basket, all for the chicks. And that's Wolf's chicken stew. You think they like chicken stew? Yeah. Would you like chicken stew? Good. That looks like a good idea. were lucky that year.